Hello everyone, welcome to all of you on this Purvanchal IAS online platform. As you know guys, this is the online sustainable education platform. Here we are going to provide this free science and technology current affairs classes. A part of this Purvanchal IAS also provide you face-to-face classes in Gorakhpur, UP as an economical institute. If you are interested, so you can join us for face-to-face discussion and all. So Delhi-based teachers are already there for entire discussion and all. And even in this period of time, which is the impact of Corona, so I'm very sure guys, the movement outside from your particular location is very difficult and very dangerous. So we are in Gorakhpur. If you are in that particular region, so you can come, join us and listen all those Delhi-based teachers at your doorstep. So let us start guys, this December month current affair issues of science and technology. Okay. So earlier we finished November current affairs, and here the target for 2020 prelims cum mains examination. So myself Dr. Ravi Agrari as author of Purvanchal IAS and a director of sustainable education at Economical Institutes, Purvanchal IAS, Gorakhpur. And the detail of all addresses and all are written there. And there's a contact number. If you're interested, so you can contact on the given number, guys. Entire material, content, test series, everything available at very nominal price here, guys. Okay. This is a book for science and technology, which is available in market. And you people can buy it through Amazon. And definitely this book will deliver to your doorstep, guys. Okay, this book available in both languages, Hindi and English. The first edition, second edition, okay, both are outdated right now. If you are interested for the 2020 examination, so you should go and read out the third edition book. See, UPSC asked static and contemporary both. This book is totally updated for every year examinations. So it's a book that is enough for 2020 exams. Okay, prelims cum mains. Yeah, if you are interested for 2021, so it's a cover for the fourth edition book of science and technology, those published through McGraw-Hill Publications. This cover is already released, and this book will be available for you guys for 2021, not for 2020. So if you are interested for 2021, so you have wait for this fourth edition book. Those covers are available. Same book, same content in Hindi and English, both medium, guys. It's a translation version, Hindi to English or English to Hindi, whatever you can say. As I told you always, guys, static and contemporary issues all are required. So if you people are following me from previous videos, so you know very well, guys, in beginning I introduce all those chapters which are relevant and required for science and technology part. So entire these all chapters for the static and contemporary issues required. What about the units? And according to this unit, entire book is written. Okay, the first unit, science and technology in India. The second one is energy. Third one is space technology. Fourth one is ICT, information communication technology. Fifth one is defense technology. Sixth one is intellectual property rights and its related rights. Seventh one is particle physics. The eighth one is artificial intelligence, robotics, nanotechnology. The ninth one is biotechnology. 10th, health and disease with various immunization program. And the 11th is miscellaneous topic. So these are total 11 chapters, 11 units overall, okay, required for your examination. And these entire 11 chapters or units, you should go for static and related current affairs. I always spoken you, again I will tell you here, guys. Maybe somebody started to listen my videos from this onwards, but again I will tell you, you follow my all videos, those I made from July onwards. So July 2019, July, August, September, October, November, and this is the December 2019. Okay, and the next video I will make it for January 2020, February 2020, for 2020 pre-com mains paper. You keep all these videos safe yourself, because this entire video will be helpful to you for prelims and mains both. After this prelims, okay, If you will write the mains, guys, so only 2-3 months current affairs updates you do, and later on your prelims and mains both will complete, especially with contemporary issues. I told you guys in 2016, mostly paper were current affairs based. No static was there, very less portion of static portion in your paper. But you see 17, 18 and 19. 17, 18 and 19. Paper was static. Paper was static. Even in 19, I got only one question in science and technology that was current affairs based. Okay, overall 20 question was in your paper. And out of 20, around 19 question was static. Only one question was current affairs based. Okay, that is current affairs based. One of video I will make for you guys where I will discuss the entire question paper that UPSC has from science and technology and even environment also. Okay, so that will help you a lot to understand what about the demand of UPSC. So I hope you will remember static part you should give equal weightage. Okay, but the reason is current and static both you give the equal weightage. We cannot take a chance. Okay, for the next and next to next attempt. So better you do in your preparations with complete static and contemporary issues. Okay, fine. So you should give a equal weightage to both, guys. Okay, what will be in the next year, which portion will dominate, nobody knows. So you cannot take a chance. So better you prepare everything. So how will follow all the contemporary issues? Again, the same chapter wise. That chapter list you have seen it. According to that, in that chapter have a current affair issues. I will discuss with you. One thing more, guys, if you people are listening me from July onwards, July, August, September, October, November, December. So many of topics are connecting in many months. So those topic will come again, repeat and repeat. That I will not like to discuss here. I will skip it. So better you start to listen me from July onwards. Okay, the same repetition is not possible again in the next month video, okay, fine. So I will skip it. And I hope you people are listening me from July 2019 onwards for this 2020 paper. Every year I do the same thing, guys. I upload these all entire videos of current affairs on Purvanchal IAS. So connect with me on Purvanchal IAS. The same video in Hindi and English, both languages I'm making you here. This video is very beneficial for English medium students, and mostly those people are from South India, in Northeast regions, where the people have a difficulty to understand Hindi. So that will be enough for you guys. Okay, now start. National Children's Science Congress. Actually, National Children's Science Congress, okay, it was held in Thiruvananthapuram. It was held in Thiruvananthapuram in this month, December month. Okay. And theme of this National Children's Science Congress was Science, Technology and Innovations for Clean, Green and Healthy Nation. This was the theme. Actually, this is the nationwide program, entire India covered here, and it was started from 1993 onwards. So the National Children's Science Congress started from 1993. Actually, this program, who organized and all? NCSTC. So this program, National Children's Science Congress, it always brought by NCSTC. What is NCSTC? National Council for Science and Technology Communication, which is working under Department of Science and Technology. So this National Council for Science and Technology Communication, those are working under Department of Science and Technology, every year organize this Congress, National Children's Science Congress. Okay, especially here in this 10 to 17 years age group of children's comes. Okay, under this forum, a forum is developed here, forum form, where the 10 to 17 years age group of the children's are coming here. See, guys, actually here in this forum, okay, a formal school system and a part is formal school system. Those people are outside of the schools. They will also come in this National Children's Science Congress. Now the question is, what about the purpose of this NCSTC? Actually, guys, these childrens have a lot of innovations, innovative minds they have. So we will try to promote their own innovations. Okay, what about the creativity these students have, the childrens have, those innovation they want to do, guys. Okay, especially those will help a lot for the society. According to solve the various society problems. Okay, those creativeness or innovativeness in this children's have. According to this Congress, we will try to promote them. The children will promote it, and finally they will work a lot in this innovation work. And finally, it will help a lot into the science and technology development. So ultimately, we are going to nurture a new generation brain towards creativity and innovative features. Okay, fine. Question is, what about NCSTC? Those are working under Department of Science and Technology. NCSTC as National Council for Science and Technology Communication. Okay, it is registered body of Board of Governors, where it headquarters, you can see it is in Delhi. Okay, it is a registered body guided by Board of Governors, and these Board of Governors and all members are total 80 members here. About 80 members here. They spread in all state and union territories. Okay, and try to work even also as a volunteer levels. Okay, they also work as a volunteers in districts, lend it great strength and capability for implementing projects that reach the common man and women. So ultimately, promotions, innovations, nurturing of brain. So these all type of applications is being performed with the help of NCSTC. Okay, fine. Now come next, energy based. There is no contemporary issues in this month. Next one is space technology based. Here the news came with the NAVIC, guys. What is NAVIC? I told you it is the general name of IRNSS, Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. Those names are NAVIC. NAVIC, Navigation Indian Constellation. This Navigation Indian Constellation came many times in contemporary issue discussions. Even it is very good question for the static paper. I told you this question came in your mains paper in 2015, around 2015. Okay, and the same question came in your paper in 2018 prelims. So the mains 2015 and the prelims 2018. Wherever total 7 constellation of satellites, 3 geostationary Earth orbit. I taught you it's earlier, guys. 3 in geostationary Earth orbit and 4th in geosynchronous transfer orbit. And here through these 7 satellites, the entire India covered, and a part of India across the Earth, India's boundary, 1500 kilometer distance you can also watch. And this is the reason what is going on toward the bordering areas, and within the entire India you can watch through the help of satellites. And I also taught you earlier, guys, this was highly demand during Kargil war. Okay, this was in high demand during Kargil war. Okay, actually there was contemporary issues. There was some contemporary issues with IRNSS. What was the contemporary issues? This is the news here, guys. So NAVIC I will not go and discuss in detail again, but what was the news? US Congress has consented to designate India's navigation. Which navigation? NAVIC, Navigation Indian Constellations, as a allied navigational satellite system along with Galileo, that is a European Union GPS, and QZSS, that is quasi Janith satellite system of Japan. Actually, guys, 3 countries which have a global GPS right now. What are the 3 countries? The one is US. That global GPS name is Navstar, navigation, satellite and ranging. The second one is Russia. That global GPS is GLONASS, global navigation satellite system. Third one right now in the news, that China based GPS, that is called Baidu, but today the name is as a Compass. This is also global GPS. So this time global GPS are what? US based Navstar, Russian GLONASS, and China based Baidu, yeah, Compass. But some of the countries, those have a regional satellites, regional GPS, but the regional GPS is very close to global. So today it is going to cover only this entire European Union and Japan regions, but very soon it will cover the entire world. So actually some of the facility of our own IRNSS based satellites, we will provide for Galileo help and we will provide for the QZSS help. And in that way their regional GPS slowly and gradually will cover the entire world. And this is the US Congress message for India. Yes, okay, you can help that type of GPS system. And finally that country like European Union based Galileo will go in globalized, and QZSS, that is the Japan based GPS, regional GPS, it will also come into more distance, it will cover more distance. Okay, so this is the concept behind it. So that was the news. So Galileo, I hope you understood, it is a European Union based regional GPS, and earlier it was the news guys that Galileo will be globalized by 2020. Okay, fine. Earlier it was also news Badu ya Compass, that is a China based, it will also globalize by 2020. But I got a news in 2019 that China based Badu ya Compass totally globalized. Okay, fine. Many resources said that China based Badu ya Compass is globalized right now. Fine, fine. So it's a overall about Navic. Okay, I'll not go in detail of it. Again, repeat and repeat. But one thing more I will tell you guys. Okay, it can also play, it's very important point, in many type of relief efforts, even after disaster. So after post disaster, such as the tsunami in the Indian Ocean region, it happened in 2004, Pakistan earthquake in 2005. Our IRNSS can watch these all particular reason. But I will tell you guys, during 2004 and 2005, when these type of incidents happen in that time, our IRNSS was not installed. But if this type of incidents again repeat, okay, God bless that this type of not repeat, it is good. But suppose if this type of repetition happen again, so this entire IRNSS will help you to provide all data and save a life. I hope you can understand. One more topics, that is SNOWX. SNOWX launched by NASA. It's a total 5-year program, okay, that started in 2016-2017. SNOWX, that is the mission launched by NASA. 5-year program initiated and totally funded by NASA, not any other organization. The purpose is guys, through the help of remote sensing satellite. Through the help of remote sensing satellite. Remote sensing means polar based satellites. Polar based satellite, I hope you guys know very well guys, that satellite will go in this pole to polar region. Okay, in static part I discussed with you, in pole to polar region. So that satellites, okay, that satellites will be very helpful to you guys, remote sensing. And through the help of remote sensing, you can measure guys about melting nature of snow or ice. Okay, and see those snow based regions are even covered on the surface guys. This SNOWX will take proper images and provide you the knowledge or information. Reason these snows are equally very important for human being. These are the good sources guys. Okay, and how these all the snow based region that covered on the surface, okay, many regions that will check. So of course through the help of remote sensing satellite, and these remote sensing satellite have some payloads. Payload means this remote sensing satellite will have, so remote sensing knowledge, so remote sensing type of functions, and that have some payloads. Payloads are those instrument and device we install into satellites, and through these payloads these satellites even become functional. These payloads instrument and devices that we install are different types, that they will detect airborne instruments with the help of LIDAR. So LIDAR is a laser based technology. It is one of the payload or device. Synthetic aperture radar, it is a SAR. Synthetic aperture radar is the best radar payloads even used for earth observation purposes. Okay, passive microwaves, multispectral or hyperspectral images, infrared radiations, as well as the ground measurements to study the snow water equivalent even in forested areas. Okay, so snow water equivalent in forested areas. So what about the snow and all? Even I will tell you guys in Leh Ladakh. Okay, in this entire videos I have given an example of Leh Ladakh because in this last year June July I was in Leh Ladakh. Okay, national grid, whenever I discussed in the previous video I use the example of Leh Ladakh. Similarly here guys, what about the source of water in Leh Ladakh? Melting of ice. Leh Ladakh, you know, the entirely it is most of the areas are covered to snow guys. When the snow melt, people are getting what? The use of water. So after this purification of water, people take it as a drinking water. So this is the reason guys, even in many reasons, water supply, okay, water demand will fulfill with the help of melting of ice. So this is the reason equally the snows are very important in that particular location. And I hope you understood the purpose of SNOWX right now. Okay, as a resources which are very useful for people guys. Actually, directly I will come into the points. Okay, the purpose is NASA terrestrial hydrology program, the water table and all, and the Earth Science division. Okay, that objectives will complete. These objectives will complete. You come here, one of the factual data that is bold here in yellow color. More than 1/6 of the world's population. You try to understand. More than 1/6 of world population, around 1.2 billion people, relies on seasonal snowpack and glaciers for their water supply. I told you guys. In Leh Ladakh, the melting of snow is the main reason behind the water supply, to fulfill the demand of water. To that reason. Similarly, worldwide, how much the people, okay, even being effective, guys, because of these snow areas which cover there, around 1.2 billion. Yeah, 1/6 of the world's populations are depend on this melting of snow or ice for water supply. I hope you can understand. So ultimately, through the help of these, okay, this missions, NASA based mission, we can find out, guys, Earth's climates, water cycle, carbon cycle, okay, that you can measure properly. Okay, now we come into discussion of one satellite that launched in this month, that was RISAT. I told you guys the earlier the name of remote sensing satellite was IRS. Earlier the name of remote sensing satellite was IRS. IRS means Indian Remote Sensing. IRS 1A, IRS 1B, IRS 1C, IRS 1D, IRS 1E, IRS 1P. That way, okay. But today the name of IRS is what? As a Cartosat, as a Cartosat, as a OceanSat, as a OceanSat, as a ResourceSat, as a ResourceSat, as a RISAT. So these all are the modern name of remote sensing satellite. These all are the modern name of remote sensing. So here the name is RISAT. So I hope you will remember it, guys. This is the modern name of remote sensing satellite. So it's a remote sensing category of satellites. And most of the cases, remote sensing satellite, our remote sensing satellite launched with the help of PSLV. Okay, and which PSLV use? PSLV C48. There is some concept, guys. Okay, and see one thing more, guys. Where we people launch this RISAT 2BR, definitely it is in polar orbit. In which orbit? Polar orbit. Yeah, polar sun synchronous orbit. Okay. See one thing, guys. Total 9 commercial satellites. Okay, even also launched from the Satish Dhawan Space Station. This is a launching station of India that India use always from inside of India. Where it is situated, Satish Dhawan Space Center. This is in Sriharikota. It's a total PSLV based 50th successful mission where India launched successful any satellite into the particular orbit, and overall this is a 75th launch vehicle mission that launched from Satish Dhawan Space Center. Now question is, RISAT 2BR that launched by PSLV C48, what is this? What about the feature of it? So now you come on the feature of RISAT 2BR1. It is a radar imaging Earth observation satellite, and through the help of images of the Earth's surface, you can watch properly about agriculture, productivity, losses, okay, plant covered areas, okay, you can check it, even forestry and disaster management. Even its mission life is entirely of 5 years. So what about the lifespan of RISAT 2BR1? That is total 5 years. You remember, guys. Okay. One thing more I will tell you, I discussed with you earlier in I think July or August month, current affairs 2019, about NSIL. NSIL recently set up in August month, I think. That name was New Space India Limited. Actually, those satellite India launched here. Okay. Here some other country based satellite also launched with the help of PSLV C48. Those you have seen it here, guys. Okay. And all the deal and everything, to who perform in India. So that is one of the body that involved into commercial purposes and recently set up in August month. Those I'm telling you, guys. That name is New Space India Limited. It is used for commercial purposes. So here have a news. The 9 customer satellites were from Israel, Italy, Japan and USA. So these 4 country based 9 satellite also carried by PSLV C48, and for that purpose NSIL help it and NISL earn money. Okay, everybody, fine. RISAT, okay, RISAT, even before it, guys, RISAT 2BR, RISAT 2 was launched. RISAT 2 that was launched, it was in 2009 actually. Okay, the first RESAT was launched in 2009 as a remote sensing. Okay, and what about the this is the improved version. This is the improved version. Okay guys, even RESAT 1, RESAT 2, many of the satellite of the RESAT category launched. This is given here in this background. So it's not first time of RESAT. It's I think fourth or fifth satellites of RESAT that India launched recently. But you don't go into the background of the first RESAT was launched in which year. The RESAT which was first deployed in the orbit in 2009 as a RESAT to synthetic aperture radar was equipped in the satellites as a payload. Indian forces with all weather surveillance and observation that will worked. So our armies can get the benefits with the help of this RESAT, and even RESAT even also help us for the spy purpose. I read many places guys. So RESAT also help us for spy purpose, and this is the reason you can see this in the bordering areas it is helpful. Okay, even Mumbai terror attacks and all 2008. Okay, the launch of RESAT 2 was prioritized over RESAT 1. Okay, with C-band SAR radar. RESAT 2 carried the Israeli built S-band radar. Okay, that is the payload that carried it. The Israel-based payload used in the RESAT 2. Again, I repeat, this is not required because this is the background. What is the current affairs? So this is the current affairs, and you remember this RESAT 2BR. But you people very clear that before it, so many RESATs also launched by India. That whole information's given here. Now we come into discussion of ICT, information and communication technology. See here guys, in this information and communication technology, government brought instant messaging system. Government instant messaging system as a GIMS. It is for central and state level of employees. It is very similar to like WhatsApp, Telegram type. But you should be very clear guys, WhatsApp is not your, Telegram is not your. Even China never use Google, China never use WhatsApp, China never use Telegram. China has already developed their own, that is called WeChat. Many of my friends are even staying in China guys. To talk with the Chinese friends, I already installed WeChat in my mobile phone. See, this is the WeChat. Okay, WeChat. And through the WeChat, I can talk to them guys. Reason, China never prefer the Facebook. Reason that Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, these servers are some other places where all the documents and data those people put on the Facebook, your WhatsApp, where it is safe in their own server. And this is the reason your data even leak outside. So here India government also decided for state and national level peoples for the messaging and to transfer the data and all, they will use India based server. So India based server will set up and some instant messaging services they will provide you, especially to connect with the central and state level employees. So ultimately our system will be totally safe, and data localization was also a topic of discussion I discussed with you in the August month guys. And data localization is a very good question for your mains paper. After the completion of prelims, I will come into the mains. What type of mains topic important to you? Okay, in that videos I will discuss with you. Okay, so this is the entire about it. And what is the about government instant messaging system? I'm very sure everybody understood. Okay, it is designed and developed by whom? National Informatics Centers. So who designed and developed this GIMS, Government Instant Messaging System? National Informatics Centers. Okay, it is being packaged by the employees of central and state government. Concepts I already have given you. Now factual data I'm going to read out here. So that's the entire material. Okay, departments and organization for the intra and inter-organization communication. So within this organization, people can connect, and from one organization connect with another organization, but within a country. Okay, it is called inter-organization communication. Even an Indian equivalent of popular messaging platforms such as like to WhatsApp, Telegram type, but it is totally secure. Your data leakages are not here. Data localization will be good guys. It's a initiative of data localization, you can say guys. Okay, but data localization is something different. Actually data localization, what is there in August month, you read if you listen my video guys, current affairs, I told you that Amazon, okay, Flipkarts, okay, Amazon type of services, okay, that even collect your all the datas. Okay, so your datas are not safe in India, it is going to leak outside also. Okay, even if you go through Amazon and buy any products, cash on delivery, again you people will even going to give their own data that your address is here, you are this, your phone number is this. In that way your all informations even leak, because Amazon based server is not in India, it's outside. And this is the reason, guys, government said, okay, that RBI said that all these centers are servers, those of this Amazon and all, those can carry this data outside. Your server should be in India, and we should protect that data. That Indian data should be safe and cannot be misused by other people, guys. Okay, so this is the concept. Even Indian alternative without a security concern. Okay, so foreign entities and all, that is end-to-end encryptions will be there. Okay, GIMS implies about end-to-end encryptions, so peer-to-peer interaction, so your data will be totally safe. Actually, guys, there are one case happen, that is a Pegasus attack of Pegasus. It was a spyware on WhatsApp, and this is the reason, guys, some Indian users mobile devices were targeted through spyware. Spyware is a kind of virus, you can say, a programming that infect your mobile phones and can carry a stolen your all data. So that even case happen in India. This is the reason even government said that GIMS will be used, and this is the reason the government based organization of the center state will use GIMS, and that server will be in the India, so the data will not leak and our data will totally safe in India. Okay, here the government based cloud, will develop our own India based. And another one, guys, the totally it is the server hosting, that server will be in India, so in that way it will totally operate even functional. Now we come into national broadband mission. See, guys, before national broadband mission, one more broadband mission was very popular, but it was brought by UPA government. Okay, what about the name of this national broadband mission? Before it was the National Optical Fiber Network. National Optical Fiber Network, that was popular with the name of Bharat Broadband. That was with the name of Bharat Broadband. This is Bharat Broadband. You see, guys, in National Broadband Mission, what is here? Even Union government has launched the National Broadband Mission NBM. Okay, this mission facilitate universal and equitable access to broadband services. Actually, under National Optical Fiber Network of the Bharat Broadband, that 250,000 gram panchayat level of people, 250,000 gram panchayat level of people can access. 250,000 gram panchayat means all gram panchayat was target to cover under National Optical Fiber Network. You go and search it, how many gram panchayat in India, so you will get entire India covered, 250,000 gram panchayat. And this 250,000 gram panchayat, those set up there, guys, in India, it covered around 7 to 8 lakh village areas. So how much the villages in India? Around 8 lakh, and not 8 lakh villages will cover by 250,000. The entire India cover there. And this what? Around 100 Mbps internet speed, everybody can use it free of cost. So in that way the entire digital India will become successful. Even UPA government, what the recent government not doing good things. Okay, malab good things not so, guys, this is the wrong words, wrong statement. Even not a new things. Okay, the same thing they are going to follow, but the name is going to change. It's the government, guys. Every government, when the Congress come, they will change the name of BJP. When the BJP come, they will change the name of Congress. Yeah, always in the last 60 years have a maximum time was Congress. Okay, that's why the every negatives that you got Congress, every positive you got Congress. BJP came from the last 7-8 years. Okay, 6-7 years. So this is the reason whatever the BJP will give for you, it will come after 15-20 years what the BJP has done. Okay, but what is there, I'm not going it. Okay, it's not political issues for the discussion, it's a contemporary issues. Okay, actually, what about the target here? Okay, that all remote areas, okay, all rural areas will cover for this broadband type of connections. Okay, under this national broadband missions, there is a target that around 30 lakh kilometers length optical fiber will distribute in India under it, and the density of tower, that is around 0.42, not even a 1. So at least one tower per 1,000 population by 2024. This is a target. So that's why that signal even weak to connect with the tower, guys, that will be more stronger. Okay, the 0.42 to 1 tower, that is a target at least. And the another one, guys, that around 100 billion US dollar, okay, stakeholder is investment for that purpose, including 70,000 crore from Universal Service Obligation Fund in the coming years. So I hope you can understand, guys. This is the reason that entire India will cover with the help of this type of support. Okay, so stakeholder investment will be there, and 70,000 crore rupiah expenditure from Universal Service Obligation Fund in the coming years. And another one, guys, this mission also involves the development of a broadband readiness index. Okay, what is the purpose of broadband readiness index? It measure the availability of digital communication infrastructure. Okay, when it will measure about the digital infrastructure and all, digital communication infrastructure and all, and accordingly they will inform you that in the state and union territories, okay, which type of policy we should bring and to make successful this national broadband mission. And finally the internet or broadband services will reach there. Reason every state and union territories have a different conditions. So through broadband readiness index, okay, we will check what about the circumstances, what about the possibility to cover this entire region under broadband connection and all. It will help you. Okay, everybody. And finally, digital fiber map of the communication network infrastructure, everything will create, but that is not very important for you. Okay, so I hope you can understand, guys, the entire India will cover there. Now you come into current affairs from the particle physics. Actually, guys, Neutrino project I also discussed in the previous month. Twice I discussed, okay, from July to December. Okay, I discussed 2 times. So here I will not go again and discuss the neutrinos. Okay, it's a static part. But what about the contemporary issues, okay, of neutrinos? You should know there, guys. Even Center has reiterated that the Indian Neutrino Observatory will be established in Theni district, Tamil Nadu. Okay, even after the opposition of the projects and that local regions. So localites, okay, they create a restriction, even a lot of problems to set up this type of India-based neutrino observatory in Theni district. So, but still, this is permitted, and we will set up it. And India-based neutrino observatory, I discussed with you guys, neutrinos are massless and chargeless fundamental particle, and millions, trillions of the neutrinos pass from your body within a second. And neutrinos are not visible through your eye. But neutrinos have a great achievements. Okay, neutrino based question many times came in your paper. When Ice Cube was UPSC question paper. Ice Cube was UPSC question paper in 2014-15. Okay, this is given in particle physics chapter. When you read the science and technology, particle physics, you will get the Ice Cube. These are world's biggest neutrino observatory. Those are situated in the southern polar regions. Okay. Antarctica. Okay, so I discussed it earlier, guys. Okay, and who is working in India especially to set up and all. So that I hope you know that is Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Science and Technology is working. Okay, but one thing you should remember here, guys, it's a non-accelerator based high energy nuclear physics research in India. Okay, that is written there. Non-accelerator based high energy and nuclear physics research in India. Actually, one of the experiment happened, that is CERN experiment. Okay, CERN experiment was a kind of experiment where at international level many countries worked together, and finally they find out about the presence of existence of God particle, and that was a high particle energy experiment. Okay, here it is given that it's not accelerated, but CERN experiment was accelerated at a very high energy. In the presence of high energy, that experiment becomes successful. Okay, and you know the reason at that place the CERN experiment becomes successful? Anybody know? You mention in this notebook, guys, in the comment box whether CERN experiment becomes successful. Okay, Large Hadron Collider were the mate. Okay, in which reason? But I will give you a guess, that is one of the European reasons. India-based neutrino observatory is not that CERN type. It is what non-accelerator based high energy and nuclear physics research we are going to perform in this case. But the CERN may we perform it. You give me in the comment box that where the CERN experiment performed successfully, and finally identify the presence of God particles. And one more question, who is the father of God particle? This is my 2 questions. These are my 2 questions you mention in the comment box. I'm expecting that you will give me definitely the correct answer. Okay, and neutrinos have a lot of other benefit, guys, that many of the mysteries about the universe were still not clear. Through the help of neutrino experiment we can find out. Okay, everybody, Again, I will not discuss neutrino. In September month, I taught you about the neutrinos. Okay, August or September. Okay, I told you guys that discussion I have done earlier. The same repetition I will not do. Okay, fine. Now the next one, guys, about health and disease with the various immunization program based topics. Okay, so health and disease with various immunization program, and a topic of discussion is the biosimilar medicine. Actually, WHO pre-qualifies the first biosimilar medicine, that is trastuzumab. Trastuzumab. This is the first biosimilar medicine towards WHO pre-qualifies. Okay, and definitely, guys, the reason is that worldwide many people are suffering with the breast cancer. And one thing more, guys, breast cancer not only happen to the females, even male also suffer with the breast cancer. That is okay, that 90% cases are in the women's. 90, more than 90% cases in the women, but few cases also identify in men. Okay, so trastuzumab as a biosimilar medicines, for that purposes WHO said that should be recommended for everyone. And this trastuzumab developed through a monoclonal antibody procedures. Monoclonal antibody also called as a hybridoma technology. Many years back, I remember, guys, I think it was in 2007, UPSC asked the question from hybridoma technology, but the name was among these which is the correct about the monoclonal antibody. Okay, statement is right. The one of the option was the alternative name of monoclonal antibody, that is the hybridoma, and hybridoma was a correct answer. With the leukemia, okay, is a blood cancer and all, a lymphocyte cells. Okay, lymphocyte means WBC type of cells. Those are responsible for the WBC. Okay, in static part of discussion I discuss in the class, guys. Okay, we merge these two cells and later on we transfer into the mice, guys, and into the mice some antibody develop. So what about the biosimilar I will discuss today, but the news about the biosimilar was about trastuzumab, that permission WHO want to give you. The reason purpose especially it will work a lot worldwide, life-saving breast cancer treatment. It is a life-saving breast cancer treatment. So that is the news. Okay, one thing more, guys, one thing more. Now question is, what is biosimilar? So current news, you got it, it's a kind of biosimilar medicine. Now many people have a questions, sir, what is the biosimilar? Even one more factual data is given there that is not required for UPSC, but for your knowledge being, it is very, very important. You should know, guys, that how much the death, how much the people suffer with the breast cancer within every year, and how much the people die and all. So the statement is written there, guys, that breast cancer is the most common form of cancer in women. 2.1 million women contracted breast cancer in 2018. So 21 lakh. 1 million is equal to 10 lakh. So 2.1 million is equal to 21 lakh women identify in this year, 1 year, suffer with the breast cancer, and 21 lakh is a good in number, guys. And see, guys, in these 21 lakh, around 6,30,000 of them died from this disease. Okay, the purpose was many because of late diagnosis, lack of access to affordable treatment, because the cancer treatment is costly, and that is the reason the maximum people die. If awareness and proper treatment is there, so survival is maximum. Okay, the people life can save. So that is the point, even in this case, behind this background. Now we come next about biologics and biosimilar. One thing, guys, first of all I will tell you, do you know, guys, about branded medicine? First you tell me, do you know branded medicine? Branded medicine, of course, it's a mixing of various chemical compounds, and that mixing of chemical compounds we people use, okay, especially for certain treatments. Okay, treatments against certain diseases. This is the mixing of chemicals. Branded medicines developed through many experiments into laboratory, like Ranbaxy, Cipla, Dr. Reddy's. I'm telling you, branded medicines. Okay, and these branded medicine, when developed by through very many R&Ds, research and development by any companies, so they invest a lot. That's why the branded medicine are costly. And these branded medicines got a permission for certain year, for 5 years, for 6 years, you can use it. After expiring that patent, a copy of these medicine we can develop, that is called generic medicine. That we call as a generic medicine. So what is a generic medicine? I taught earlier, guys. Okay, Jan Aushadhi and all outlets open, especially by government, not district government even said. Manmohan Singh government also said it. But the Manmohan Singh government even advertised, but not got popular. I discussed in the previous videos. Okay, in this entire current series. Okay, this government show a lot because this government know very well advertisement is very, very important. Okay, but leave it. And yes, advertisement is very, very important. Even guys, many of YouTube platforms are growing because of advertisement. In this platform of Purvanchal, as you know guys, we are not going to pay a single promotion for the YouTubes. This is the reason this platform is growing very slow. But don't worry, this purpose is totally different. This platform purpose is totally different. So that is the reason guys, this platform is not increasing rapidly. Here you see the number of subscribers slowly increase. But the other one, they promote. This is the concept of net neutrality also. Many platforms, even the institution set up just recently, but the subscribers are and likes are, even likes, you know very well how it is possible. You just pay on the Facebook and the likes can go in millions. So this is the way that going to be happen in our surroundings, and a lot of information that is available in front of you because of net neutrality issue, that is not correct. It's a fake like and subscribers, but leave it. Okay, so and that is a very important question for the mains paper, even case of net neutrality. Okay, fine. So branded medicine and generic medicine, I hope you can understand very well, guys. What about biosimilars and biologics? Similarly, guys, branded medicine is a mixing of various chemicals. Biologics, now the point is biologics. Biologics are those guys which are also known as, written there, biological products. This is that type of antibiotics or vaccines developed from living organisms, from bacteria, against viruses, against fungi. That antibiotic developed, but here that antibiotic or vaccine, those we develop especially within living organisms. So biologics are those type of medicines that develop into living beings. Okay, this is those developed by living organism. So it is produced, written there, it is produced from living organism. Content components of living organism. Okay, yeah, some of the components content that develop into the living organism, maybe as a sugar type content, protein type, nucleic acid, that substances we take it as a medicine. Okay, but the point is very clear, it's not mixing of chemical. This is that type of substances that we generate into living organism against pathogen of bacteria, viruses and all. Okay, and fungi all, and that products that generate into the living organism is called biologics. Okay, that is called biologics. And what about the biosimilar? Biosimilars are very similar to biologic. Very similar, guys, very simple. Just like the branded medicine copies the generic medicine, similarly biologic medicine copies the biosimilar. It's a very simplest way to define biosimilar. Biologic material, that is a kind of protein or compounds developed within a living organism, not a mixing of chemical like branded medicine. Okay, develop into living organism is a biologic, and the copy of the biologics, just like generic medicine is the copy of branded medicine, similarly biosimilars are the copy of biologics. I hope you can understand. Okay, biosimilar, what actually it is, you just see, guys. Biosimilar is a biological product that is highly similar to and has no clinically meaningful differences for existing FDA approved reference product. Actually, guys, in the case of biosimilar, there is no need of much more clearance and all. Biological products, already it is proved. Okay, biological products that you already got it here, that guys, that is biologics. It's already proved, developed, and that is the reason FDA, Food and Drug Administration, is a US based body, international body, very supreme body which certify the things. Here it is the discussion about biosimilar. No need of about the FDA approval and all. These things are not necessary in this case. Reference products, okay, but it is existing, already existing. Okay, one thing, guys, only minor difference in clinically inactive components are allowable in biosimilar products. Okay, so these are clinically inactive components. So only minor difference, these are clinically inactive components. Okay, Now the question is, what about the meaning of reference product? What about the meaning of highly similar? And what about the meaning of no clinically meaningful? Okay, that all differences, all discussion I will do. See, in the respect of biosimilar, these terms are used. Those are blue in color. Reference product means single biological product. Okay, reference product means it is a single biological product. So it is single biological product, so already it is approved. Single biological product means within a single living organism it is produced. Okay, yeah, single living organism based pathogen we enter into the. You just listen, guys. Recently I got a news, just like plasma therapy and all. What is the news? Those people even treated through coronavirus and now they are fine. Into their own body some plasma material left, and that plasma material left, it is what? It has an immunity, a resistance that develop into a coronavirus patient, and that plasma material we will take to develop a therapy against those people are suffering with the coronavirus problem. So I am telling you, this material through plasma that we are going to take from the corona patient that even treated right now, that is kind of biological product, biologics. That is called biologics, and that similar product is called biosimilar. So within one living organism we develop, that's a reference. Already it is a reference products, because within one organism it is going to develop a reference product. Highly similar. Highly similar means in terms of purity, chemical identity and bioactivity, okay, they are 100% same. Okay, minor difference between this, what the biosimilar product is clinically inactive components are acceptable. Okay, fine. No clinically meaningful differences. Definitely, guys, safety, purity and potency, okay, it is same as biologics. So the biologics based material that we develop again, okay, that is biosimilar. Okay, and biosimilar, I will tell you, is costly than generic medicines, because generic medicine is a copy medicine, but biosimilar is the copy of biologic materials. Okay, those are even cheaper. Biologics are costly, that develop from the living organisms, but biosimilar, that copy based material we develop, okay, but single organism use, so you have no need of more approval. It is already valid, because this type of products have not problem. So this entire discussion I have done it. One more information about rotavirus. Rotavirus I taught you many time, guys. Okay, many time discussion that nowadays the rotavirus vaccine is available. Okay, and which vaccines that Vice President even of India launched it? Rotavac 5D. Rotavac 5D. Many pronunciation you can do. Rotavac 5D. Okay, this vaccine has been designed and developed by Bharat Biotech. Okay, and Bharat Biotech has also developed some more medicines or vaccines that even not developed by anyone worldwide. This is not the part of that discussion, but Bharat Biotech Limited is a very important. You should know it. Rotavirus is a double standard RNA virus as a nucleic acid, and they belongs from the Reoviridae family. The problem that caused by the rotavirus, severe diarrhea and even death also happen up to 5 years age group of the children. Yeah, less than 5 years of the age group people and children, they are suffering with the rotavirus problems. What about the even 10% of the children's mortality every year because of rotavirus? Mostly the people's they are not very they are careless for their own children. Very simple. Okay, rotavirus vaccine available. Rotavirus vaccine is not covered under the Mission Indradhanush and all. Okay, the rotavirus vaccine but available. You should go and meet to a doctor, and doctor should prefer even advise you for the rotavirus vaccine, and then your children's life and everything will safe. Rotavirus infection have what? Fever, nausea, vomiting, even abdominal cramps, intestinal part and all, stomach pain, severe, guys, and even watery diarrhea, frequently diarrhea here. Okay, so it is what? It is the virus disease, and rotavirus infection even cause few or no symptom in especially in adults. So adults have not a problem in this case, but the newborns up to 5 years of the age, they are suffering a lot. Okay, fine. Even diarrhea you can prevent very easily, guys, if you will take a proper cleanliness there. Okay, a good hygiene condition in the surrounding of children's, frequent washing hand of children's, even your guys, your contamination is not there, proper Dettol and Lysol, whatever cleaning you are doing every day. Okay, safe water, safe food consumption, exclusive breastfeeding and vitamin A. supplementation if you are giving it, guys. So this type of problem not happen to the growing child. They already have a immunity or resistance. Okay, they already have immunity or resistance. One more case about antibiotic resistance. Okay, antibiotic resistance always have a news, guys. Always have a news. And many times I discuss with you about antibiotic resistance. Antibiotic resistance is a good case for your mains paper. Even in 2012 mains paper, UPSC asked about MDR, multi-drug resistance, MDR plus, multi-drug resistance plus, XDR. I taught you guys XDR plus, okay, extensively resistance, drug resistance. These discussion I have done in the previous videos. Those are running from July onwards. So I will not go again into the discussion of all. Even if you are listening me, so you know very well. MRSA infection I taught you in US that many people suffer with this. Methicillin resistance Staphylococcus aureus. I taught you. Okay, NDML cases, New Delhi metallo beta lactamase case. Okay, even superbug, that all terms again I mention here that I taught you in this previous all videos from July onwards to make a target for 2020 contemporary issues. Okay, actually guys, a new study by researchers at a Public Health Foundation of India on antibiotic prescription rate in India published that people of Indians are consuming a lot of antibiotic. What about the age group of people and what about the antibiotic consumption rate? I will advise you one thing, guys. You people know very well those countries people are not consuming medicine more. Okay, their body already have a self-immune, and this is the reason mostly the coronavirus type of problem not happen to that people. Okay, but European countries what happen? Americans what they do at a small level of problem they directly take a medicines. This is the reason their body is not immune. But what about you people? Those not always refer every time as far as a small problem happen, you take medicine. If you will not do it, so your body have a immunity, your body have a resistance, your body have a fighting tendency against the pathogen, and you people will solve your problem. So this is the reason just a small problem happen, you should not prefer antibiotic and all. Okay, fine. India is one of the top users of antibiotics. And this is the reason, guys, the medical industries are growing a lot in India. And India has a good consumer, guys. Even they will take small benefits from a single medicines, but the consumers are more. So overall, they have a good benefit. Even the private sector choked high level of antibiotic prescription rate, 412 per 1000 person per year in India. They are consuming this antibiotic. At which age group of people are consuming maximum antibiotic and minimum? See, the highest rate was among children age 0 to 4 years, around 636 per 1000 persons in children consuming antibiotic. 10 to 19 years age group of the people have a lowest consumption of antibiotics, around 280 per 1000. Okay, they are consuming it. And even the antibiotic consumption increase. This is a factual data of this survey, guys. 22% increase in the next 5 years between 2012 to 2016. 22% people increase the consumption of what? Antibiotics. Okay, what is the antibiotic and all resistance? Is the antimicrobial resistance. It's not especially antibiotic. Antimicrobial means bacteria against you have a resistance, against virus you have a resistance, against parasite maybe protozoans and all you may have a resistance. Okay, how to stop this type of problem and all? Definitely, guys, antimicrobial, antibiotic, antiviral, antimalarial, these all are what? Antimicrobial. Okay, and these parasites to stop these type of microbial, and this is the reason, guys, finally they have a resistance and now they have not even effects. If a pathogen means any bacteria and all, okay, have a resistance to more than one drug, then the case is called multi-drug resistance case. That I told you during the case of tuberculosis, MDR, multi-drug resistance. Here the resistance happen not only for one drug, more than one drug cases. Antibiotic resistance is a big deal. And see, guys, this is the main problem. As I told you, many example here, guys, and those I discussed with you earlier. Methicillin resistance, NDML, new metallo beta lactamase, and even superbug case. In Spanish, superbug meaning is the antibiotic resistance and all. One more topic I will tell you for the discussion, that is bill banning of e-cigarettes passed. Finally it passed. What about the electronic cigarette and all? I discussed you earlier. Okay, but again it is repeating here. Parliament has passed the provision of electronic cigarettes Production, Manufacture, Import, Export, Transport, Sell, Distribution, Storage and Advertising Bill 2019. I think so e-cigarette should come in your paper as a good question. Okay, I taught you guys propylene glycol, that is the cartridges. You remember propylene glycol? Why government ban e-cigarette and all? Okay, and what is here in this bill? That what is propylene glycol? It's a chemical composition where we do the mixing of any narcotics and all. Okay, nicotine and all. Okay, so that is the chemical. Here that emission happen, it's not actually proper smoke, is a water vapor. So that is the reason those people are in the surroundings, they will not come under the exposure of this type of smokes and all, okay, directly, but those people inhale, they are suffering a lot. Okay, what is all and everything I discussed earlier, what is here in this bill, I also discussed it earlier. I discussed this bill brought, and today in this month what happened, this bill passed. So what was earlier, the same is here, the provision simple. Again I'm going to repeat it. The bill categorized as a production, manufacture, import, export, transport, sell, distribution, storage, advertisement of e-cigarettes, all are what, all are not allowed in India. The bill stipulates that a person found violation of the laws of all this, the first time they will have a jail up to 1 year and fine up to 1 lakh rupees. But again they do the repetition of the same thing, then the fine value can go 5 lakh and imprisonment 1 year's increase as a 3 year. And even anybody will storage of e-cigarette, do the storage of e-cigarette, the imprisonment of 6 months and fine is up to 50,000, of both are possible. Okay, fine. So that you should remember it. Electronic cigarette I will not discuss in detail again and again. Okay, fine. So this was the entire video guys, and again I repeat, for entire correspondence material, if you are interested, and whole Purvanchal publication book, okay, some books those earlier I published, Purvanchal is published, now it is just given to McGraw-Hill publications, just like Science Tech and Environment, but ethics book, geography book, many of the books even Purvanchal is published now, and many people even getting the benefit of it. As the Science Tech Environment is written, equally all books are written. So if you are interested, so you can call on the given numbers. And for face-to-face classes, okay, face-to-face classes as a very economical institutes guys, less than 50%, okay, less than 50% of fees from Delhi based, okay, name and fame institutions we provide there, where all respected teachers, those are taking a classes, the same teachers still come and take classes for face to face in Purvanchal IS. And here in these fees guys, whole entire material, whole correspondence material, those I send you, that material is there guys. Even all test series is still available here. So I will advise you, this time don't move metropolitan cities. If you are in that particular area, Gorakhpur and nearby areas, so you come and listen us. This time movement in the metropolitan cities will be not safe to you. Even this whole situation will take time to be normal, okay, everywhere. So better you, wherever you are available. So it's the best for you people guys. From last 3 years institution is running, okay, and now everything is set up there, so you can come and you can see there is no difference from Delhi and that regional centers. So this regional center was my mission that I set up here, and just the reason was I wanted to connect with the people guys, because I belong from that particular regions and I always wanted to connect with the people. I got lot of name and fame in metropolitan cities, and there was something missing to the Purvanchal and all. There's a backward region guys, weaker section of peoples are lot guys, women candidates, they want to do something, okay, for their own life and all, some prestigious job, but just they want to go for the civil services and all. So it's the best opportunity, don't miss it. And whenever you come and listen it guys, you will see how this Purvanchal is dedicated. It's not a fake institutions, okay, I'm telling you guys, okay, it's totally depend on honest, and we do our work religiously, okay. And many people are connected with me guys from the last 2 years, okay, in this face-to-face classes, and they really got a benefit with the good results and all. So I will meet you soon guys. This platform provide you both Hindi and English medium classes and all. And at last I will tell you guys that you people follow us in this Facebook, page of Purvanchal IAS, YouTube you already here guys, and Telegram of Purvanchal IAS. These are the toppers, those already came to Gorakhpur and even connected with the people guys. So I call these many peoples, okay, even Priyanka, even Pooja Gupta, these are many people guys, those I'm telling you, they already came to Gorakhpur and they met to the people guys. So time to time, all those toppers you meet in Delhi, Hyderabad, everywhere guys, they are also coming to Gorakhpur and meet you, and they properly encourage you, okay, that UPSC is not difficult task. And the same thing guys, the state PCS, UP PCS have a same syllabus and all. So better the same preparation will be useful to you for UP PCS and UPSC. UP PCS, the pattern is totally changed. Entirely you have a need of complete discussion of a syllabus that you did for UPSC, civil services. So thank you everybody guys, and I will meet you soon. If you're interested, so you can call on the given numbers. So thank you and take care of yourself. Bye bye.